everyone, happy Monday. Today is not technically a grammar content day because we're done with all of that, but it is still a Monday, so happy sloth time. Look at those giant eyes, they're so big, adorable. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is go through the 5C exercises, and then please, again, let me know what review videos you might want. I already have one vote for ablative, and I might do another subjunctive one, but if there are any other review videos you want this week, please let me know on the discussion board or send me an email, because then I can get those out to you. All right, let's get ready for 5C. Okay, so the first thing we learned in 5C was adjussive and deliberative subjunctives. So the adjussive subjunctive is always going to be in present tense, and it's generally the only verb in the sentence. So that's how you can identify it, and here are some examples. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so habeas, second person singular subjunctive. So may you go away, or you can do it like a command, a polite command, like please go away. So if you are living with your siblings perhaps right now, you could give them an habeas, please go away. That's what I would say to my sister if I were stuck living with her for multiple months. Okay, so then next we have camoremor. So this comes from the word delay, and it is deponent, so it means let us delay, present subjunctive. Next we have verb maneo, meaning stay, and maneamos, so let us stay or let's stay. Ne queratur, so if you have a ne in front of the subjunctive, it just means don't, so it's a negative command. And then this is a third person, so we have ne queratur, don't complain, or, sorry, don't, how best to do this? So in the third person, you're commanding some he, she, it, so let him not complain or let her not complain is probably the best way to do it there. Great. Now we have ne premium requirant, so this is very similar, but it's a plural, so let them not seek a prize. So let them not, ne, seek, requirant, a prize, premium. Then at the end here we have ne frustra moriamur. So morior means die, again deponent. So let us not die in vain. So this is first person plural, us, and frustra just means in vain. So let's not die in vain. Great. Okay, so we have two more adjussive subjunctives and then a couple deliberatives. So here we have veniat. So let him come, let her come, let it come. Just a third person, we don't really know who it is. Then we have habeamos, let us go, or let's go, you might say. And then we have three deliberative subjunctives. So someone asked in the discussion board this week, which was very helpful, why are some of these imperfect and some are present? What is the difference? Well, here's what the difference is. So if you have an imperfect, it means past tense, and if you have a present, it means present or future tense in this type of deliberative subjunctive. So quid dicerem means what should I have done at that point when I was deciding? So for instance, I am now talking to my mom on the phone and I'm like, hey, I saw a snake on the path, what should I have done? I just helped it along and then got it to the other side of the path quickly. But this is a deliberative in the past, so what should I have done? And maybe she's like, oh, you should have fed it and kept it as a pet, you know, that sort of thing. Versus quid dicam would be what should I do in the future? So I am now currently standing on the path talking to my mom and the snake is in front of me and I'm like, hey, what should I do? So different vibe. One, you're talking to someone about something you did in the past and what you actually should have done compared to what you did. The other one is you are standing right now deliberating about what you should do in the future. So for these two, quid dicerem means what should I have said, quid dicam, what should I say in the future. So dico means say, what should I have said, what should I say? And then we have quid fecerit, what should he, she, it have done in the past, because it's imperfect. Great. Okay. One example of the adjussive subjunctive which you might see in day-to-day life is the song Gaudeamus igitur, which means let us rejoice, and igitur means therefore, so let us therefore rejoice. And they sing this, I don't know, at college functions, you know, everyone's like, Gaudeamus igitur, I don't remember the rest of it, but Gaudeamus is adjussive subjunctive, let us rejoice. Okay, so hopefully this next set that's just about the questions was pretty easy for you to look at in the chart and just kind of write down, but we'll go through them anyway. So you have the cardinal numbers, which are like our numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you have the ordinal numbers, which are like our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So that th in English, the th at the end, makes it into an adjective, just like the ordinal numbers in Latin. So you have primus, which means first, secundus, second, tertius means third, quartus, quintus, sextus, septimus, octavus, nonus, decimus. They all sound very similar to the cardinal numbers, so hopefully they're nothing too shocking, but you just have to know that they are an adjective and therefore they will agree with whatever noun they're describing. The other thing to mention that I have not already is that unus, duo, and tres, 1, 2, and 3, also decline. So unus a you could have unus puer, for instance, one boy, but you'd have una puella, one girl. So 1, 2, and 3 all decline, but the rest of the numbers do not decline. So they will not agree with whatever noun they're describing. So you just have to kind of figure out from context what's going on. So we'll see that in a minute here. So we have Septimus Filius, the seventh son. Septimus, us, agreeing with Filius, us, both masculine, singular, nominative. That should be milites, plural. Tridecum. Tridecum means 13, 3, 10, 13. Milites is soldiers, so 13 soldiers. Tridecum does not agree, there's no adjective ending there, but it's obviously describing soldiers here. Hora tertia means the third hour, but it's in the ablative here, so in the third hour, by means of the third hour, something like that. Probably an ablative of time because it has hora. Next we have triginta gladii. Triginta means 30. It does not decline, so the endings won't match up, but you have 30 swords. Gladii, gladius is a sword, that's where we get gladiator. Okay, we have rex octavus. Octavus is eighth. Oh, yeah, so eighth, us, agreeing with the masculine singular rex, so the eighth king. Then we have unde viginti exempla. Unde viginti means 1 from 20, so it means 19. And then exempla means examples, so 19 examples. Quintus pons, both masculine, singular, nominative. The fifth bridge. And then nonaginta cives. Nonaginta means 90, it does not decline. Cives means citizens, so we have 90 citizens. So hopefully those were pretty straightforward if you just looked at the chart. Nothing weird grammatically there. Alright, now some fun with the Roman numerals. I just really enjoy these, so it's mostly for my own entertainment. But also I think they are genuinely helpful because you do see them once in a while, and it's good for you to have the basics so you can figure out what number a Roman numeral is expressing, now that you are all quality Latin students. So, here we have 150. So 100 is C and 50 is L, so you get CL, pretty straightforward. This one's a little bit more complicated. We have 538. So 500 is D, so that's fine. 30 is just XXX, 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. And then 8 is V, 5 plus 111, 5 plus 3 equals 8. So 538. 6, you can find 5 is v, and then 1 is I, so you have 5 plus 1 is 6. So you really get to do a bit of addition, which is nice here. I really like math. So next we have 1017, or 1017. So 1000 is m, and then 17, you have 10, x, and then 7 is vii, just like 8 was viii. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So it's nice because unlike in Arabic numerals, you don't have to put in this random 0. You just add up enough letters to get to 10,017. So you have 1000 plus 10 plus 7. Okay, next we have 99. This one's tricky because again, when you have a 9, it involves some subtraction in addition to the addition. So instead of saying, for instance, if you have 90, it's not L meaning 50 plus XXXX. You don't take 50 and add 40. Instead, you take 100 and subtract 10 because it's just much simpler to write and more efficient. So you have 10 from 100 equals 90. And then you do the exact same thing and take 1 from 10 to get 9, as opposed to saying 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So you have 90 plus 9, and those both involve subtraction. Okay, last but not least on this list, we have 1963, a year none of us remember, but one that was fairly recent. Okay, so we have 1000 is m, as we saw before. And then to get 9, again, you have to subtract, so you have MCM. So 1000 plus 900, 100 from another 1000. So for instance, right now we're in the 2000s, so that's MM, but 1900 was MCM. So 1000 plus 1 from another 1000. So 1900, MCM. And then 60 is LX, 50 plus 10. And then 3 is III. This should be up here, I just couldn't fit it, so great. Okay, and now to go the other way, which is also fun. So we have CXIV here. So C means 100, centum. X means 10, I means 1, and V means 5. So if you have a smaller number before a bigger number, you subtract it, otherwise you add. So 100 plus 10 gives us 110, plus 1, only we have a 5 after the 1, so actually this 1 is just subtracted. So the IV is 4. So you have 100 plus 10 plus 4, 114. Down here we have another MCM, so that's 1900. And it's kind of nice once you start getting used to these patterns. So like IV, I just know is 4 now because I've seen it so many times. Or like MCM, I know is 1900 because you see it over and over again. So 1900, L again is 50. So 1950 VI. So here we had IV 4, VI is 6. 5 plus 1, 5 minus 1. So 1956. And last but not least, we have XLV. So X is 10, L is 50. The 10 is before the 50, so we have to subtract it because it's smaller than 50. So this becomes 40, XL 40. And then V is 5, so 45. Okay, hopefully you had a little bit of fun with that. I apologize if it was just horribly boring and you hated it. But you know, math is very fun, so you should embrace it in your day-to-day life, especially when it comes to Latin and Roman numerals. Okay, I'll see you all later. Have a great week.